Welcome back to the verdict zone. A father's generosity to his deployed brother-in-law's family creates a problem for his own daughters. When does compassion for a sibling's kids come at the expense of your own? Let's dive into Chapter 1, The Helping Hand. Our protagonist and her husband are raising two wonderful daughters. Aged 6 and 8. Just a short drive away lives the husband's sister with her two 9-year-old boys. Now, the boy's father is a hero, often deployed for long periods, serving his country. So, the husband, being a great uncle, steps up. He frequently takes his nephews to the park for a game of soccer. They absolutely love it, and it's a fantastic way for them to burn off energy and have a positive male role model around on the days the boys aren't there. The husband takes his own daughters to the same park for soccer, and they cherish that special one-on-one time with their dad. It sounds like a perfect setup, right? A loving family supporting each other. But as we'll see, even the best intentions can lead to unexpected problems. The stage is set for a classic family dilemma where no one is really wrong, but something has to give. Now for Chapter 2. The two different parks. Here's where things get complicated. The problem isn't the soccer itself, it's the vibe. The dynamic completely shifts when the nephews join in. The two 9-year-old boys, full of energy, turn the casual kick-around into a highly competitive match. The protagonist's daughters, just 6 and 8, start opting out. They quietly tell their mom that the games just aren't fun anymore. The pressure is too high, the play is too rough, and the lighthearted joy they had with their dad disappears. The husband's schedule is tight, so he can only go to the park on certain days. More and more, those precious days are being dominated by the nephews and their intense style of play. As a result, the girls are missing out on that relaxed, fun soccer time they used to have. The protagonist tries to fill the gap by taking the girls to the park herself. And while it's nice, they admit it's just not the same. They miss playing with their dad, and the simple, uncomplicated fun that came with it. This brings us to Chapter 3, The Dismissed Concern. Seeing her daughter's disappointment, the wife decides she has to speak up. She gently approaches her husband and suggests he talk to his sister. The idea wasn't to cut the boys off completely, but simply to limit the number of days they come over for soccer. This would carve out some protected, consistent time for their own daughters to have that low-pressure fun with their dad. But the husband's reaction was not what she expected. He looked completely taken aback, almost offended. He argued that his nephews were good kids whose dad was deployed, and that even suggesting a limit would be cruel and unfair to them. He insisted the solution was just to encourage his own daughters more, to get them to be more competitive. This was frustrating for the wife, because they had already tried encouragement, and it didn't work. The age and energy difference was just too much. His reaction made her feel like a terrible person, like she was being selfish for trying to prioritize her own children's happiness over her nephew's situation. And that leads us to Chapter 4, The Daughter's Quiet Truth. The wife realized that arguing with her husband was a dead end. His heart was in the right place, but he couldn't see the emotional impact on his own kids. So, the focus shifted from the argument to the actual effect on their daughter. The next time a park trip was planned and the cousins were coming, the husband saw his own 8-year-old daughter quietly back out, her excitement completely gone. He was confused and pressed her for the real reason. Shyly, she looked at her dad and admitted it was because of the cousins. She just wanted to play with him. Hearing it directly from his little girl, in her own simple words, was the turning point. It wasn't about winning or losing a debate with his wife anymore. It was about his daughter's feelings. He finally understood that the issue wasn't the competitive nature of the game. It was the competition for his attention and the loss of their special time together. That quiet confession from his daughter made him see the whole situation in a new light. The husband listened to his daughter and made the change, proving the wife was right all along. But was her initial request cruel given the nephew's situation with their dad being deployed? Or was it a fair and necessary boundary for her own family's well-being? The verdict zone is now open. Hit that subscribe button and click the link in the description to head over to our forum. We want to know what you think. How do you balance your obligations to extended family with the needs of your own immediate children? Share your story, tell us your thoughts, and cast your decisive verdict.